Now then, welcome to the channel, Lake District and Long Sleddle. Part's just down there in Sadgilt, and the intention today is to finish off the far eastern fells for Charlie. We're going up to Greycrag and Tarn Crag, and then back down the track that is this end of Gatescarth Pass. Right, let's have a quick look at the route. Oh, so it's a steep up straight from the car. See where we parked down there. Oh, and now we're into a bit of a bracken fest. I think once we get up here, that's pretty much the climbing for the day done. There's one section between Greycrag and Tarn Crag that's called Crag Tarn, and I think it used to be a tarn, but it's all overgrown and silted up now. It could be still a bit on the damp side going across there, especially all the rain we've had this summer so far. Ooh. Right, upwards. So that's the end of the first steep section. See behind me there, Kepmere Pike and Goat Crags, Shipman Knots, and a bit of a grey cloud over there. The forecast is for possible showers to develop during the afternoon. That's why we've set off early, so hopefully we might miss them. And there's nobody else coming up this way, which, as you know, we like that. So we're just over this fence, the stile again here, then up that bit, and we're not far from the top of our first objective then. Right, so we'll get over this stile and up that way. Under there, Charlie. Go on, under you go. Oh, Charlie. So that's the top of Great How. I don't know if it is anything, I don't know if it's a Burkitt or out like that. If it is anything, I'll stick it up there. It's not a Wainwright anyway. And you can see where we're heading now. The first one we come to, that's Tarn Crag, which is our second objective. And before that, we're going over there to Greycrag. And in between the two, we go straight through the middle of Greycrag Tarn. And it's wet all around here, so what Greycrag Tarn's going to be like, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Right, that's the steep bit's done now. Right, on we go. So we're on the final push up to Greycrag, and that black cloud's caught up with us. There is the odd little spit in it, but I don't think it's going to come to much. And it's lovely and peaceful. It looked like there was a D&V group setting off from the parking area in Sadgill when we got there. They've gone up Gatesgarth, so whether they're going up onto like Harter and over Kentmere and Shipman Knots, or maybe is this the opposite way around, I don't know. But there's nobody else around here anyway. Ooh. Who said we'd done all the steep bits? Well, we have. It's not that steep, this. Upwards. So that's Greycrag done. 2 people there as well. Can't be having that. So we've just got the small matter of getting over Greycrag Tarn and over to Tarn Crag. I think when we get over there we'll have coffee and a chew. We're going to be finished really early. It's only a short one today. Like I say, we set off early to avoid the forecast showers. If I spin you right round now, oh, you can't see them now for Greycrag, but there's a ridge of the Shap Fells over there, and it's the last of the Shap Fells we've got to do. We've done all them over there, and then right behind me over here is Harrop Pike, and that's a Burkitt. We've done that, and when we did that we came up from over the Shap Fells from A6 over at Shap Fells and up to Harrop Pike. What a bog fest that was. In Bill Burkitt's book he says to do it from Greycrag as like an out and back, and I would thoroughly advise that, because coming up there the way we did it, it was just an off-piste bog fest. Right, so we're going to drop down to this fence that leads you up to Harrop Pike that way, but we turn left along it through the middle of Greycrag Tarn. I have been this way before, but a lot of years ago. I can't remember what it was like. Right, we'll get over then, see if we can avoid sinking. Charlie, over here. So we're right in the middle of Greycrag Tarn, and we've taken a bit of a detour to stick to some bits of higher ground. It is really wet and spongy. So yeah, we're nearly through it now actually. So it's not been too bad, like I say, just a bit of a detour away from the fence line, just to, don't know if you can see behind me, it's just over these mounds, just stick to some bits of higher ground. And I think that's just about it for the worst of it now. We start climbing again up here, so yeah, not too bad really. Just watch where you're going, pick your best route. Charlie's off. Right, so what time is it now? It's only 10 past 10. So I think it'll be coffee when we get on to Tarn Crag. Right, upwards again now. So that's Tarn Crag done, and that's the Far Eastern Fells and Wainwright number 213 done for Charlie. He'll have completed them all when we do Lingmo in the summer. I'm hoping to do that as a wild camp, but he's done brilliant. It took me 13.5 years to do them. It'll take him 4.5. I'll just tell you about this pillar here. There's quite a few of them round here, and Haweswater. They were used as sighting towers for the construction of the Haweswater Viaduct, which takes water from Haweswater, obviously, all the way to Manchester. So that's what these pillars are. I don't know exactly how they were used, but they were used for sighting. I presume to get a straight line and how they then dug a straight tunnel from, I don't know. If there's any engineers out there who know, drop us a comment, let us know. Right, so we're gonna just sit down somewhere here, somewhere dry, and have coffee and a chew. Alright, so we'll see you in a bit. So before we do leave, I'll just give you a spin round of the views for what they are. They're nothing really spectacular. You can see over there to Heart of Fell, the path coming down to the right, Heart of Fell, and you won't be able to make out on here, but I can just see the cairn on Greycrag Crag, and this is Kedmere Pike, looking down over Shipman Knots. There's the Coniston Fells and Black Combe in the distance there. See Windermere, and then again you won't be able to make out on here, but looking over Morecambe Bay you can see Heysham Power Station, and it's looking a bit wet over there. Fortunately that's not coming our way, and that's probably the best view of the day. Again, you won't be able to make it out on here, not even if I zoom in. Shall I try and zoom in? Can you see it there, right in the middle? That's Ingleborough, so you can see Yorkshire, which is always good. Right, so we'll start to head off down from here now. Right, so we'll catch you on the way down. So we're making our way down off Tarn Crag now. That view over there, that's quite good, isn't it, really? You see the track coming down Gatesgarth Pass there, and this is Brandstree here, Sellside Pike over there, and this valley going down here, that's Mosedale. There's an old quarry down there, and below that quarry is the Mosedale Bothy, and every time I've been up there it's been grim. But no, this is quite pleasant coming down here. There's an old quarry down here. Is it Wrengill Quarry? or is it Raygill? It's either Wrengill or Raygill. I can't remember which. Wrengill, I think. As soon as we're early, we might go and have a mooch around that when we get down there, if we've got loads of time. Well, that's quite a good view over there. You can see right between the gap here, you can see Kidsty Pike, other side of Riggindale. That's my favourite area of the Lake District. It's where I fell in love with the place when the RSPB, well, they are still there, but when they had golden eagles breeding there, I used to volunteer for them, and we used to spend nights out in a temporary hut in Riggindale, and we had a viewing site there with telescopes and everything for people to see golden eagles. Sadly no longer there now that. Right, we're going to enjoy pleasantly strolling down here. I can't remember, it's ages since I was last here, but I think it gets a bit wet further down here as well. In fact, I think I can see some peat hags looming. Oh, hang on, just let me pop you onto the camera. So there you can see Mosedale Bothy in the trees below that quarry, and that's a wet old valley coming up there. I've been up there 3 or 4 times, I think. I've done some survey work up there for RSPB as well. It's wet. And I've got a couple of burkets to tick off over that way as well. I can't remember the names, but we'll be coming up from, I think, from Wet Sleddle and over Seat Robert, I think it is. I can't remember names at blooming hills, can I? Right, you can see some peat hags down there, so I'm going to shut up waffling and we're going to get down. Well, as I suspected, it's got a bit squelchy and the path's got a bit vague in places, but that view looking down the valley, Kentmere Pike, and I think that's Goat Crag, you just can't see Shipman Knots yet. And the place to ourselves is a few people on the, well, it's a boat is the path that comes down Gatesgarth Pass and down to Sadgill, which is a boat, is a byway open to all traffic. So there's a few people up and down that. So we might stop for, well, I was going to say lunch, but what time is it? It's only 11:15. And we've only got to get onto that boat and just follow that back to the car, so we're going to be back well early. We might just, I'm not going to get to that quarry. It means dropping down into the valley and then climbing back up other side to get to it. I thought it was sort of level with us when we got onto that track, but it's not. You have to go back up again, so I'm not doing that. Right, we'll carry on. Ooh, squelching along here. So we're onto the main track now, that byway, and that we've just come down. To say it's supposed to be a bridle way. What's it? To Swindale Head and Wet Sleddle. I don't think I'd like to be following it all the way to Wet Sleddle. Bit boggy, bit vague. And like I say, once you get into Mosedale, the path does improve into Mosedale, but it's wet. It's really wet is Mosedale. Right, so we've only got along here back to Carn. It's only, what is it? Just coming up to 11:30. We might stop for an early lunch along here because it's a nice day at the moment. No signs of any of them showers coming in. The grey and black clouds have all cleared off now. Apart from over there. Right, we might find somewhere by the babbling brook and have an early lunch. So we just follow this track all the way back to the car now. So I'm going to stop here, going to perch on these stones here and have some lunch. It's 11:45, so from what I recall, it's just a bit of a slog back along this track back to the car. So yeah, while the sun's shining, we're going to perch ourselves up here and have our lunch. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, we've less than a mile to go now, and it's all on this track back to the cart. So I'm going to sign off. It's turned out to be a glorious day at the moment. It's really warm down here. You can see where we've just come down this track. It's not the best track in the way, it's really rocky. I try and stick to the sides, but you could quite easily turn an ankle on it. So yeah, it's been good. 2 hills for Charlie to finish the Far Eastern Fells. Only one more for a completion for him, Lingmo. And it's been good. We've not seen that many people until we got onto this track. Oh, we didn't see anybody. There was one person right in the distance going over to Harrop Pike while we were on Tarn Crag. But there's been loads of, I assume, in the deer veers coming up here. So yeah, been a bit busy. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a great time. It's been really nice. It's turned out to be a glorious day now. And as usual, I'll leave the links to the GPX files in the description if you fancy doing this walk. It's a steep up straight from the car, but once you're up onto that great how, there's not much climbing left after that. So now, a good day. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do the usual, the liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting and sharing, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Tra!